But you look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for four. A bicycle built for four.
It was wonderful because Walt Disney was still alive, and he was out there a lot. And we would go into a coffee shop on Main Street to sing, and we would sometimes happen upon him. He'd be having coffee there was a Hills Brothers shop on Main Street, and we'd just go in, and there he was talking to his friends, and he'd look up and smile and nod, and we'd sing a couple tunes and go on. And
the Dapper Dans were all just so much fun, every single one of them. I worked on Main Street in the Yale and Town Lock Shop, and I've always just adored when they came in and sang.
Then across the street at Coke Corner, we would almost every day go over there and do a 20 or 30-minute show and have some audience participation and some fun things.
So, some people, they'd be looking for something to buy and they'd move us out of the way. They'd push us. And we'd start laughing, you know, and keep on singing, and Jim would crack up, and Fred would show his disapproval by going, that he started that. You know, somebody'd bend over and he'd go,
Daisy, Daisy, you're the one I adore.
Well, you know, when we worked Main Street, see, we started out the day by, we had a bicycle built for four. We'd get on the bike and we'd go up and down the Main Street a couple of times, always sang Daisy, Daisy, Daisy.
Disney wanted to do a promotional for Disneyland, and they wanted the Dapper Dans to ride their four-seat tandem bicycle cross-country. And they were going to document it all the way. They even talked about having a big marquee out at the front of Disneyland, so it was going to be co-sponsored by the American Heart Association. And this marquee was going to indicate how many heartbeats each of us had had as we went across country. Well, we used to go out to Disneyland at 6 o'clock in the morning and rehearse. This bicycle did not have gears. So you can imagine trying to go up a hill. And it was obvious while we're practicing and working out at Disneyland, going around the different lands, that this was not going to happen, and it never did.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Don't turn that dial. We'll turn you on to television's happiest place, Mickey Finn.
Mickey Finn was a honky-tonk piano player with sort of a rock and roll feel to it. And they'd put on this program that was lots of fun. It was based on what they used to do in their nightclub down in San Diego. I saw the show and I thought, there's Alex Plashert's name. He's the choreographer for them too. So I called him and I said, Alex, I think your program needs the Dapper Dans. He said, Fred, that's a great idea. I never thought of that. One of the directors of the Mickey Finn Show. He said, Alex thinks we should see and hear you. Can you get the quartet up here? So we stood there in front of them, and I don't know what we sang. We might have done Happy Days. It was a sort of fun, little, simple, quick thing. It was in January or February of '66 that we began the Mickey Finn Show on NBC. And Disney then said to us, you need to drop the name Dapper Dans. We own that. And so we became known as the Dapper Four.
To do a television show was wonderful. We were in the NBC studios. I think we were in the same room where Johnny Carson, or right next door to where Johnny Carson did his show.
So we sang a song on the show, and we did all these, we were like extras, and we did stunts. So we were all young, and you know, we could tumble.
Long ago, way down in the jungle, someone got an inspiration for a tune, and that jingle from the jungle became famous mighty soon. Thrills and chills it sends through you, hot, so hot, it burns you too. Though it's just the growl of the tiger, it was written in a syncopated way. More and more they howl for the tiger everywhere you go today. They're shouting, meow,
Where's the tiger?
meow,
Where's the tiger?
meow,
Where's the tiger? Where's the tiger? Hold the tiger! Hold the tiger! Hold the tiger!
Choke him, poke him, kick him, and soak him.
Where's the tiger? Where's the tiger? Where, oh, where, oh, where, oh, can he be? Low or highbrow, they all cry now. You spin a tiger egg for me. Where's the tiger? Where's the tiger? Where's the tiger? Where's the tiger? Hold the tiger! Hold the tiger! Hold the tiger!
Soak him,
Where's the tiger? Where's the tiger? Where, oh, where, oh, where, oh, can he be? Low or highbrow, they all cry now. Please play that tiger rag for me. That tiger rag. Play that tiger. That tiger
Thank you very much, folks. The Dapper Dance.
There were people that saw us in Las Vegas that liked what we did.
And now we were signed up to play the John Esquaga's Nugget in Sparks, Nevada, and then on to the second act in Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. We followed Jack Benny.
Now's the time to say goodbye to all our company.
So we got the charts and we began working on this show for Julie. And we did a lot of things with Julie.
We were doing 2 shows simultaneously on the Strip, one with Mickey Finn and one with Julie, and we would have to rush off stage, change costumes in a taxi, and zoom onto stage down at the Tropicana where Julie was playing.
We were teaching school, 3 of us, Ron, Jim, and I. Tom worked for the city of Orange. And we were making pretty good money with Finn up there. And so we decided we were going to have our cake and eat it, and we were going to pay the price by chartering an airplane. So we hired a guy who had a 6-seater Piper Apache, and his job was to fly us back and forth.
We thought we could do everything. We were 25 years old, 26, hop on an airplane and fly to Reno, that's where we were working, and come back, sleep on the plane on the way back, and we thought we could do it.
We probably got on the plane about 1 or 1:30, something like that. And about 5:30 in the morning, we're still in the air. Southern California is socked in with fog. You can't see the ground, and the motors stop. And indeed, the motors didn't start again. We came down, and there was a road, which happens to be Highway 10, 2 lanes each way with a divider. And we were getting very close to coming down, and he was going to try to land it. He touched down. We're probably doing 80, 100 miles an hour, or whatever. And he was roaring up upon a car in the left lane. It's a Volkswagen Bug. Coming down on him. We're going to hit him. And just as we're to hit him, the pilot drops the right wing, which raises the left wing, and we go over him, don't touch him, but the right wing hits the dirt on the side, and it slams us into an abutment there.
And one of us said, I think we should get out of here.
But we got out of the plane, and we decided to sing right there. And we sang, "When I Leave This World Behind."
That was the first day of school, so I went and resigned, and Fred went and resigned, and Ron went and resigned, and Tom, who's resigned his job for the city of Orange, too.
So we flew to San Francisco and flew back to Reno, and that was the night when the press was there to review our show, the Mickey Finn show. AP, UPI, all those guys, they were there, and we got all the attention because of what had happened to us that day.
So goodbye,
Farewell,
So long forever.
Goodbye, my Coney Island. Goodbye, my Coney Island. Goodbye, my Coney Island. Bye.